What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Valhalla. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and continue to chat people up while serving them alcoholic beverages. Huzzah. Rise and shine. Morning. It's 1 a.m. though. Or it's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on weekends and any other day. How are things outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corporation's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue white knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and actually have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of white knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out and it's really not safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any white knight they spot. So not only are the white knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. Wonder if Sei is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say, even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Really? Not bartending on a weekend, huh? Then again, I would think drinking would be lower on Sundays because the next day is a work day. Saturdays and Fridays I would expect to be popping, but I've never been a bartender before. Nor have I ever been a waiter anywhere with a bar. All the places I've ever been a waiter or a busser at were Waffle Houses and stuff like that, so I don't know. Hated that job. Job was the worst. Then again, like, the place where I worked, the places where my friends worked, it seemed pretty sweet because the waiters had to tip the bussers. Like, at the end of the day, the waiters gave all their tips to the manager, and he split it between the waiter, the cook, and the busser. Where I worked, if you did a good job, they would tip you out, and if you did a bad job, they would not. And so I hustled my ass off, and they still wouldn't tip you out, and it was just like, Jesus. Some of the waitresses were just cheap, so I took a long time to bust their stuff from then on. I'm like, this is what you get. You can bust your own shit then. The ones that tipped me out, their tables were clean instantaneously when customers left. Say, you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Alright then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good to me. And here we are. What is going on right now? Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, you want to hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit, mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. More beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. You want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh, right. Boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when I was going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. You want a sweater or something? Nah, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago, and it was too big for me. Isn't she gonna notice that I have a poster of her on the wall? Like, what would you do if you went over to somebody's house, and they had a poster of you just, like, worshiping you on their wall, and they also had a wallpaper on their phone with you and them, like, being all cutesy and, like, all chibi and shit? I'd be kind of worried about it. I'd be like, this is, like, some stalker level shit right here. You had to commission cartoons of me. Why buy it, then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? I don't know, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing. It's just like the one I had many years ago. And what happened to it? Too much use. It just, ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyways. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I am eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Kitties. Meow. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's just 4. He's wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, it's weird, huh? At first, I thought they were like that because he was small, but they just never changed. You have any pets, boss? Back at home, we had a bear. I said, wait, a bear? Good old Bosco. Kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. Huh. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. So vintage. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh. Is this pic recent, or actually, that one's from 3 or 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. Well, I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you usually don't see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly, let alone a printed and framed one. You two break up on good terms then? You haven't hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say everything ended with both of us saying mean things, and me storming out of her house breaking a couple things on the way out. Never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, and haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the picture. Why have her picture out like this then? I hate the word pic, by the way. I hate that word. What, you can't add an extra syllable? Picture? You gotta say pic? What, is your time too valuable to say picture? I just couldn't get my mind off of something that Alma said to me about missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head, dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know. I felt nostalgic and then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. That'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. Huh, what's that on the table? Looks like, man, you're nosy going through all my stuff. You gotta observe normal social cues. Looks like an envelope. It's nothing. Please, just give it to me. Lope? Alright. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyways, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts, and the point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? Drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of a Pilsner. In English, please? This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. I don't know, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid used at the bar again? Nutriogenic dichemical lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was experimental fluid they wanted to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in the bars. And this one made with it? Yeah, let's see. Here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? Serves as a stabilizer, if I remember right. They need it for packaged drinks. I see. And I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Uh-huh. A nerd that's about to drink you under the table. Yeah, there it is. Guilty as charged. There's my alcohol collection if you feel like getting anything else. Those bottles over there? I can't afford a fancy fridge or whatever for them, so I have to put them in plain sight. I'm guessing if some authority on alcohol came in here, he'd stab me for crimes against beverages or something. Anyways, many of them are still drinkable. I could get you some of the absinthe I brought to the bar if you want. I'm not an Oscar Wilde kind of person, sadly. I'm more of a Theodore Roosevelt girl. I have a teddy bear in my closet, but I don't think you can drink it. Nah, that's what wait. You do? I'm not ashamed of Dr. Fluff, but it just so happens that I have a cat, and I don't want the bear's fillings spilled all over the place. Yes, kitties do like to spill the blood of the fluffy menace. Oh, anyways, the beer's fine. Don't worry about it. If you say so. Where did that collection come from anyways? Calling it a collection is too generous, I think. I got it from my grandpa. He made a will where the only thing stipulated was that I got them. Huh. That's sweet. I've already downed some of it over the years, though. Half of them have colored water instead of alcohol. I guess you need to be an expert or something to notice the difference. Yeah, I make sure the water's the right color, though. Bottom line, if you want to taste anything from it, let me know. You're too kind. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room, and even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why should it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. See, that makes sense. She gave it to her then. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although nobody comes here anyways, so I guess it's kind of pointless. Drink of depression. What? No steamy nights of passion? Well, I mean, unless you're talking about nights of passionately downing beer, I'm going to say no with this girl. Not since about a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did somebody hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. Nah, nothing like that. Different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess, and not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey, Jill, where did you get that black 4 ball? Well, as with any black cat or house cat in general, he's actually a stray. I found him in the alleys near the building not long after I moved here, I think. Ah, I see. It's quite the sight, though. He was cornered by all these dogs, but they were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran, and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. But then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked, and it turns out that little shit started following me. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They follow you. So you brought it home. At first, I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I got back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying. Yeah, that's how every animal ends up at my house. That's why I have more pets than I know what to do with. Follow you home, where they be looking at you out of that cage when you go to like the pet store, and they be like, I have no family or friends or home. Touching the glass, just being like, love me. And I'm like, well, I want it. It was destiny, girl. When he came, he was so cute, though. Not like the fat mess that's sleeping on the table. Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Ho ho. Shit, I actually did that in front of somebody else. Ho 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 ho. Anyways. Don't anyway me. Do you normally speak for your cat like that? Maybe. I wonder if Gil's alright. Beer! We're only on our 3rd beer. You worried about him? Then again, we've drank 3 beers in one conversation, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to drink all the beers. Like, what is the point? Is this like a challenge? Can I just sit here and drink? I can. You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. Well, you could be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things that I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him reject food that even has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby, unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. I love bell peppers. I've never understood that. I heard that, like, in Asian countries, getting kids to eat bell peppers is, like, the hardest thing you can do. It's like broccoli over there. Like, here, it's like broccoli and carrots that it's hard to get kids to eat. I love bell peppers. I think they're the most flavorful. I'll take that over broccoli, or really, I'll take any type of pepper over anything, really. I love peppers. How'd you meet such a guy? Yeah, showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, yeah, the levitation potion. It was a slow day, and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have the money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. After a couple, he broke down crying. He what? Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I could take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. Besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore somebody that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like the blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. The titty hacker. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. Well, she's hot, I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn, she's hot. Are you alright, Jill? Yeah, why? It's just weird to hear you say so openly that somebody's hot. What? Even you could see that she has a hot body, boss. You'll find no objections here. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to a room and just, Jill, you sure you aren't drunk? I am. I mean, I'm sure I'm not. I mean... But those are thoughts I lead to myself. I don't think I could handle her in a relationship. She has weird standards. That and she's as straight gets. She's still a lovely person, though. That she became a regular is a blessing. Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Oh yeah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years. She seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilim can be kind of weird. Drink. You think? Lilim operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. They lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. Huh, I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something like that. Lilim get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so... I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilim is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilim doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, you know why they're called Lilim? As far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilim are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, you don't like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Just like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunch boxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model that can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image is challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that's the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice, but I was in elementary school, and then I went to middle school, and what a surprise. Tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I just always hold my grudges against those fuck jobs. Middle school sucks, man. If you're in middle school right now, I promise you, it's the worst. Like, to this day, I'm an adult. I'm almost 30 years old. And when I think about middle school, I instantly just think misery. It's the worst. I can't, even the popular kids that I know that were like really, really popular in middle school that I still know to this day did not like middle school. They thought it sucked ass. And it seemed like the sun never stopped shining on them. So my guess is that the spectrum for middle school is basically from really sucks to totally sucks. So hang in there, kids. It gets better. I don't hold it against Jewel. Oh, never mind. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time somebody calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. Sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. Well, she figured it out sooner than most. It took me till 22 or 23 to realize I was a jackass, so she figured it out 7 years faster than I did. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges. Kind of guy that means well, even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little. The next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot, and my mom was almost always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Old age. My dad says his last words were something like, "Fucking scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question? I'm curious about you. Really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. From what you tell me, though, your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in this circle, too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back at you. But anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? Yeah, that one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. Oh, she's managing a bar, too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1RVNA, and if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. Ann means to annex another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building somewhere and opened Nirvana, or Nirvan B, in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. I should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done a lot of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop assistant, corporate mascot. A corporate what? I still see my face on websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sister Iris, and, you know, there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way, mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot, but it felt like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. You know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Hey, boss, what do you do when the bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home, helping with things there. Maybe traveling for a while. I see. Hey, but don't worry, bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. Huh, we'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's go take a vacation, go on a trip. That'll clear your mind for a bit. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so electricity bill will be sent out on the 24th. Make sure you have the $8 grand. Jill is curious about a Daruma she saw. Getting one will prevent her from being too distracted. I don't even know what a Daruma is, but we're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. This is Valhalla. I will see you later. Bye, everybody.